Hey, ooh, a little warm on that Sumatra mandolin there today. It's a weekend wrap with a Preservation Thursday flavor. Hope your Thanksgiving has been a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, tomorrow we back to the grind. Yes, we are. Since I missed Preservation Thursday, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to preview GMO Tuesday first, and then we'll go do some Preservation Thursday, because we got a little bit to talk about today as far as the preservation industry, property preservation. Yes, we do. Coming up this week on GMO Tuesday, we are going to have more on the liability issues that Monsanto has created over the years with their lies. I mean, lies, just all lies. Brazil, their version of the SEC, I guess it would be, has put a hold on any decision on that merger with keep in mind, Brazil is number 2 in the world growing that GMO crap. So that's huge. I'm checking out some growing items that you might be able to grow some stuff in your house, herbs and whatnot in the house during the wintertime. We'll be talking about that too. And of course, Sheena, Alexandra, and all the other drop-dead gorgeous women. Of course, we'll have something from them. They'll have something. Guarantee it. Yes, they will. And of course, remember, GMO Tuesday, that's brought to you by Foothill Feed and Mercantile there. If you need non-GMO feed or certified organic feed for your critters, they'll help you out. They'll get you squared away. You can 775-852-0999, I believe it is. Foothill Feed and Mercantile. They'll get you squared away. Yes, they will. Back around the beginning of October, I got a notification about thumbprints in the mold, and I had said something, and I am going to ask today about Safeguard's new mold remediation, mold, whatever you want to call it. Before I go there, I'm going to say this. The property preservation industry in the last 10 years has gotten extremely fat, forcing people to do services they're not qualified to do. And I'm going to leave that there for right now, and you'll understand what I'm saying as we get into this a little bit, because we're going to talk mold. We're going to talk Safeguard's new mold policy. Of course, up to the minute fraud reporting, they broke a story over the weekend here about this. I mentioned back at the beginning of October, I got this information around October 10th or 11th. And I had mentioned somebody, and at the time I asked, who's going to be crazy enough to put their thumb in the mold? Who's going to be crazy enough to put their thumb in the soggy thing? And I want you to think about something for just a minute. It's natural. It's not anything. It's a reflective thing, if you will. Well, put your thumb in the wall. Boom. We put our thumb on the wall, right? It's all wet. It's gooey. We just rubbed the crap all over our shirt. We go home. We hug our kid. Where's that kid's head go? Aw. Where's the kid's head go? Right where you just rubbed all the mold. Links are in the description, folks. Mold has one mission. Mold is a prehistoric spore, is what it is. It's been around for eons and eons and eons and eons of time. Why? Because it has one mission, and it is very efficient at its mission. Its mission is to survive. Its mission is to survive. That's it. And you not using personal protection equipment on a job, doing that, doing this. Yeah, we go eat our lunch. We ingest the stuff. Mold is a serious thing, people. In Nevada, that process that I have seen, I've checked in Nevada, in California both, it is illegal for you to go even do that and give a report on the mold unless you are a licensed mold remediation and you've been certified by the state and you passed all that stuff. There is a reason for that type of regulation, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not so Safeguard can make a buttload of money billing for mold remediation when you're not remediating the mold. You're covering it up and putting a Band-Aid on it and you're painting it up. They even call it stain blocker. If there's mold on the outside of a wall, ladies and gentlemen, 99.9999999% chance it's inside the wall. When you come microbial treatment it with the bleach in the water, it does nothing to the inside of the wall. When you paint the outside of the wall, all it does is force stuff to grow more on the inside. Eventually it's going to come back. You want to know why? Especially, please pay attention to this. If a house in this country was built in the last 25 years, it was built with cheap Chinese sheetrock. It's crap. I know because I've replaced some of it. It is garbage. No quality at all. No quality at all. It was probably one of the worst things this construction boom did. Thank you to the TPP and all those weird trade agreements that the idiots before this president made. I want to be diplomatic here. But at the same time, it's difficult to be diplomatic here when you have people out there, and I'm not going to name names because you people know who you are. I'm going to call you out, but you know who you are, so I'm not going to name names. Everybody's going to know who I'm talking about here because they're the voice. They're considered the voice of the industry on these drive-by media things, Facebook, whether it be LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever. Mostly Facebook, because that's where they can get away with the BS, because they can have closed groups to where nothing's on the board for everybody to see. It's limited to a target audience and it's in a tunnel. You have blinders on in these groups. Mold is a hazmat situation, ladies and gentlemen. And for years, 10 that I know of, since Mr. Miller took over at the helm and started driving that ship called National Association of Mortgage Field Services. And for all of you that want to say it's not the members beating up pricing, horseshit. Every one of the mortgagers, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, U.S. Bank, Deutsche Bank, we'll go on and on and on. We can name every mortgage servicing agency there is. They are members of NAMFS. Go look at the National Mortgage Servicing Association's roster. Associate members in that group are Assurant and Altisource. Who are they? Order mills for the industry. Those members are all members of NAMFS. So to sit here and think that, oh, it's Fannie Mae's fault. No, it's not. It's the moron idiots that are sticking their thumb in the mold for Safeguard right now. You guys are stupid. There's no nice way to say it. You're stupid. And what really aggravates me is all the wannabe know-it-alls in the industry, again, members of NAMFS that come in inside for the industry and tell everybody what a bunch of idiots they are with their cushy little nepotistic arrangement that they have with NAMFS. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, before you, labor, actually gets work, it's been subbed a couple times to members of NAMFS. How do you think that's all possible? How do you think it's all possible? All the mortgagers at the top. Now you have Safeguard Properties, and this is where I am very aggravated about members who act in an authoritative manner in all of these discussion groups, like there's some kind of business wizard while they're breaking the law, subbing work into another state without being licensed in that state. Not going to name names. You guys know who you are. But it baffles me how anybody who does not actually go out in the field, get their hands dirty, can talk crap about what's going on with labor. Every single one of the NAMFS members knows that they are circumventing every labor law, every employment law, and everything as far as licensing goes in the industry. And until, I have been saying this for 7 years now, lunatic in the mountain, 8 or 9 that I know of, until labor says, okay, enough, you can't make us do this, they're going to continue to get away with it, and they're going to continue to exploit you. And it's just that simple. There's not a nice way to say it. There's no try to soften it up. There's no nice way to say it. If you're sticking your thumb in moldy walls, you're stupid. Period. You do not care for yourself. You do not care for your family members. You don't care for anybody because you're taking that crap home with you. I'm guaranteeing it. It gets on you. It just gets on you. Look at the links in the description. You'll understand. And please, go look at these links because they tell you about mold. They're going to tell you what mold does in your lungs. They're going to tell you what it does when it gets in your eyes and your nostrils, your ears. Mold is a hazmat situation, ladies and gentlemen. It isn't some kind of crazy stuff that is nothing. There's a reason you need to be licensed to perform mold remediation. And I'm sorry, but if, again, I'm going to say it, if you're doing this service for Safeguard, you're stupid. You are stupid, and you are part of the problem with low service fees in this industry. I want everybody to stop and think for 1 minute. How much money, I know the bank says when they foreclose on a house, it costs them a bunch of money. Bullshit. They keep the property. You live in a property for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. Okay? You're in a property for 10 years. You have paid on that house for 10 years. You haven't even started paying the principal. You're still paying interest. They didn't lose any frickin' money. Get real. So now, at your expense, you're cleaning everything up for them to go sell it again. Are you kidding me? You don't see it? You can't put it together? Come on. Holy Toledo. Talk about dumb as a box of rocks. I'm sorry, folks, but that is what's going on. They don't lose any money. There's a reason the banks control all the money. For crying out loud. That's one of the reasons. Think about, I mean, you got Wells Fargo right now beating up veterans on insurance issues. Why do you want to bank with them? Quit banking with them. Leave them. That's what I would do. They screwed veterans. Leave them. Get out of their banking system. Every one of the mortgage lenders, the people that lend money, the mortgagee as they call them, or mortgager, I'm sorry, the mortgager. Every one of those associations is a member of the National Association of Mortgage Field Services, ladies and gentlemen. So don't sit here and tell me that that organization does not have a play on the industry. Don't sit here and tell me that that membership is not as guilty as Eric Miller for not speaking up and saying, hey, this is wrong. We cannot do this as an organization and look people in the face. I'm sorry. I don't understand how any of you, especially all those know-it-alls in Florida, I'm sorry. I don't know how any of you, especially with the laws down there in Florida, can actually be okay with screwing over another fellow human being. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But according to Safeguard, they want you putting your thumbprint in it. They want pictures. They want everything. What is the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency? What does Scott Pruitt of the Environmental Protection Agency say? Scott Pruitt says, do not touch it. Don't touch the mold. Wear eye protection at all times. And a minimal dust mask. It is recommended that you wear a respirator. The respirator is one of them things that got, you do the goofy movie sounds and all that goofy stuff with it. That's a respirator. Why? Because it has filters in it to catch the spores so they don't get in your lungs, in your nostrils, in your eyes. To wear a hazmat suit, a disposable hazmat suit. There's a reason. It's a hazmat situation. It's like having raw sewer running through your house. You would have all kinds of septic issues going on. It's a hazmat situation. And mold, as I said, I kind of like NAMFS. Its only mission is to survive. Only mission is to survive. I'm going to end on a lighter note. I get really frustrated, folks, and I apologize for being so animated on this issue. But this is an issue where labor has to say no. This is an issue where trained professionals, licensed professionals, need to be providing the service. Not somebody that was walked through a business license procedure and an insurance procedure from the insurance company I tell you to get insurance from. That's Thursday, on Preservation Thursday this week. I'm going to get a hold of John Allen, talk about some of his other books. But we're going to look at this one right here, the home checkbook. Many people have asked me, hey, how can I diversify? What are some of the things I can do to diversify? Starting yourself a little inspection service. Many places don't need special licensing. You might have to be registered with the real estate agency of the state or something. I don't check your local things, but Thursday, we'll get the home checkbook. I'm going to get in touch with John Allen. These are available on my website, ladies and gentlemen. They're available on the website. So if you want one, go to the website. If maybe you're feeling generous, you can give us a donation too right now. Things are tight. Transitions. I hate transitions. They kill me because they never go as scheduled. They always end up getting stretched out longer than I ever wanted. Okay, long. But we will talk about the home checkbook and how you can get this. This is $50, $49.95 plus tax. But for $50, check this out, okay? Let me put it to you this way. For $50 with this thing, you could never have stepped on a property in your life. And if you start on page 1, foundations, the inspector shall, and if you go through every step on this, $50 for the book, $110, $150 for a business license. You got your little beat around car, you got a 40-mile-gallon car, 30 gallons to the mile or miles to the gallon, whatever. You got a little fuel-efficient vehicle. You can get yourself a pretty good little inspection thing going on if you use this and you market it right. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about this book more and how to use this book because it's a great book. I made a buttload of money with this book. You can make some good money. And I'm probably going to have to go relicense myself so I can start doing inspections again. I'm asking for donations. Give me a break, guys. I'll be back out there soon. I'm not sure why. I'm just going to say this. I honestly believe, and this is more in general, in the big picture right now, across this country, we got Christmas coming up. It's going to be nice to hear Merry Christmas from people again. But let me just say this. In order for all this madness to stop, everybody has to stop and realize what it is to be a human being. And then perhaps we can have a conversation. Until then, I got you. It just, to me, is insane. And that's what's going on in this industry, ladies and gentlemen. It's going on in our government. It's going on in local circles. We have all this clever brain. We have all this brain power. We have all these people like Neil deGrasse Tyson and And I'm not going to get into that because that's a GMO conversation on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm going to beat them up again. But I really believe that somewhere in the mix, our clever little brain has got this huge disconnect with our heart when it comes to compassion for our fellow man. Yeah, during a tragedy, a hurricane, a tornado, whatever, everybody comes together. But how come it only lasts for a week? Why doesn't everybody just come together all the time? I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand it. But I will say this. The day that people truly sit down and understand what it means to be a human being will be the day that we can all sit down and have a conversation about how not to be cruel, mean, steal, rob, cheat, and lie to each other. It's just that simple. I mean, that's just my humble opinion. That's what I feel, and I want to go out on that note because it's the holiday season, and we're ready to have a great time, and we hope you're going to have a great time. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you had a great weekend. Hope you got over that river through the woods. Grandma's house was a safe venture, and you get home okay. If you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. We'll talk more about mold and that safeguard policy because I'm going to make a couple conversations. I know I'm going to be talking with Paul Williams some more on this. Big article over there. Go look at his article. But this is a bad thing. This is not good, and this is not something that labor should be agreeing to. Labor should not lay down on this. Labor should say no. Period. It really is a bad thing. It's a health issue. I don't think OSHA would approve this. Nobody is going to approve of this. I'm telling you right now. When you find agencies are going to say no to this. If you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the station, folks. Hey, I'm almost at that magic number 100. I don't know what happens. But subscriptions are cool. It boosts the ego. You know that. If you can help out, give a donation. New items. I got some new stuff listed on the website. Holiday time. Do you need a crazy gift idea? Hey, how about a stained glass angel? How about this? I got all kinds of antique stuff, folks. I got wild things on the website. Go take a peek. I can ship anywhere to you. Not a problem. We got the UPS and the FedEx and all that stuff going on, so we can get it to you no matter where you are. I got some antique stuff. I got yard art. I have artwork. If you're into the artwork stuff, I got some great stuff on the website, folks. AladayLLC.com. Aladay LLC at the Gmail if you want to say hi and you have a question for Preservation Thursday. You got a question on mold, folks? Let's start, and don't forget the GMO Tuesday. Now we have Cannabis Corner. Got some good stuff coming up on that. But if you have a question and you have something going on in the industry that we're on the West Coast. I'm on the West Coast. Williams is on the East Coast. What's going on the West Coast, folks? The Safeguard, they send the work out here. Why ain't nobody talking out here? Let's hear from you. Let's hear from the West Coast. We are alive. We're all good, ain't we? Hey, hope you had a great Thanksgiving, folks. It's time to go. I got rain coming down sideways out here with the wind. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's getting crazy. Going to have some chilly weather tonight. Bundle up. Drive safe if you're on your way home. Have a great night. Let's all be safe out there, huh?